I'll be like, listen, just like what you said earlier, it's okay to not be okay. I have days when I'm not okay. I'm emotional. Just like I had a few days ago. I'm emotional. I'm sad. I'm feeling some type of way. But you know, it's all good. But anyway, yeah. What were we talking
I don't
about?
know where
We're
we are
talking
in
about something
recording.
Really good.
Yeah,
No problem. When you're ready,
I mean, are
we'll
you
have
doing
one.
another relationship
You
seminar?
know what? I've never done one, but I was talking about it just yesterday as well. See how God works. Just yesterday in the car, talking about really doing a relationship seminar with myself and Ben because we get loads of questions, and we always do like relationship seminar, and it's always like married people, but. What about just the dating phase, like that? Do you know what I mean? That space, because some people are not trying to get married straight away.
Yeah.
I've been with Ben for nearly 3 years now. For some people, that's like, oh my gosh, that's so long, especially as a Christian couple. When are you gonna get married? But I'm like, we're really not in any rush, you know.
Can I stop you there for a second because I actually, you know, what I'm about to ask.
Oh God,
I think you
what?
might know, but I'm
scared.
So
Yeah, go
you
on.
did something this year.
Oh yeah.
You did something this year that sent Black Twitter into an absolute frenzy, and I have to ask you what the wedding picture.
Oh God, yes.
When you dropped that, I was like, yes, congratulations, because obviously I met you two at the same time.
Yeah.
You
You're
two
like,
were-
yeah.
So I felt like a personal sense of, oh my God, I'm so happy, and I was like, oh, it was a prank. And then
sorry.
all the things that happened after that.
Yeah. It was wild, man.
Talk to me about that whole situation.
Oh my God.
I got time, man.
You got time today.
I got time.
Okay. Let me look at me even stretching out.
Hopefully the sound doesn't cut off.
Yeah. The sound needs to stay on, okay? Right. So what happened was, okay, right? This is what happened.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because this is the third interview I've had this week, and I've spoken about this.
Oh,
Every
damn.
person has been like, really, Nissy?
Really, Nissy?
Really? Okay. But, okay, so what happened was, I basically got invited to do a photo shoot, which was the woman that invited me, she does all the decoration. That's why there was a lot of pictures of the decor and all that kind of stuff. So she does wedding decorations, and she said, I'm looking for a model. Can you do it for me? She was a friend of a friend. So I said, all right, do you know what? You're a friend of a friend. You know, I love these guys. They like my family. Let me say yes. So I said yes. Now, as we're progressing and going along, this guy was telling me, like, you know, there's going to be this, there's going to be makeup artist, hairstylist, all this stuff.
So it was a big proper
It
operation.
was a big operation. I was thinking it was just going to be some small little shoot. You know, some people would just say, I'm doing a shoot.
Because even
I'm
the
like,
dress was fitted, the suit was fitted. I was like, this looks too clean.
too clean and too real, right? So yeah, she was doing all of this, and I'm kind of like, wow, this is like really gonna be a big thing. Then she later asks me about a week or 2 weeks before the actual shoot itself, and she says, I want to bring on a male model to come on so that it can look more realistic. We want to create an actual, like, an atmosphere and a vibe. Would you be okay for me to bring on like a random guy basically to come and do the shoot with you? Now, I was like, not really, because I don't want to be hugging up and touching up on some guy who is not my boyfriend. I've got a whole boyfriend. I do not want to be touching up on
And
him.
it's just respecting it.
Just out of respect for my boyfriend and just respect for
yourself.
myself. I'm like, And then especially where it's wedding pictures. Fair enough, it was just like, we're just posing for a few pictures. But no, this is a wedding, so you're supposed to look intimate and look. I said, hell no. Because I know if it was my man hugging up with some girl, trust me, I would have bust up in that shoot. You best believe. When it comes to my man, we don't play them kind of games.
Listen, the motivational Nissy goes out the window.
That goes out the window, okay. That's a little bit of my hood side that comes out. I'm from East London, honey. Don't yeah. But anyway, so she said that, and I was like, do you know what? I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. And also because, oh my gosh, another thing. Imagine if these pictures now surface, right? A few years later, as my brand continues to grow, people are like, people are gonna start, you know, people make up stories. I don't want nobody to come out and be like, oh, Nissy headline, Nissy was married previously and then got a divorce and da 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 da. No, I don't want to do that to my partner who will then be my husband.
Amen.
But you know, I just didn't want to
invite to the wedding.
Amen. Oh, do you know what? Everyone at this point, it's gonna be Afro Nation at this point. Our wedding is literally going to be Afro Nation.
The thing is, I need some Congolese dishes. That's what I need to do, man. Like, I'm ready to tap. I'm tired.
Wait, alright, quick question. Are you dating anyone? Are you seeing anyone at the moment? I know this is so like
my neck,
you
my
know,
back.
Are you seeing anyone? Are you dating anyone?
Ooh, the thing is, because the cameras are here, my face can say something completely different to my thoughts.
Just tell the truth.
There is someone that I'm having a conversation with.
Okay.
I'm getting to know.
Okay.
We're progressing slowly.
Okay.
But
where are they from?
Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
But then again, I was about to say something that you said you don't want to say earlier, in the sense of, I don't want to see how it goes. I just want to know. and I'm very much in the I'm seeing how it goes phase, and I need to decide, okay, Oré, what are you doing?
Please.
Be definitive.
Thank you.
Because I can't lead myself on, and I can't lead her on.
Yes.
So I need to actually just, oh, damn, I was not ready for that question.
Listen, I had to ask. I had to ask because
Yeah, it's a weird one because once again I feel like the conversation is about to be flipped. But
sorry,
no, I'm ready for it. I like it.
Sorry.
One of the things I always said to myself was, before I get with someone, I need to be fully secure in myself.
Good. Yeah.
Because I haven't been in a relation. You know, I'm gonna reveal something actually. So do you know when you and Ben met at that ACS event? I also met someone else
at the same event.
ACS event. Shut up. Yes, and we were dating for quite some time. It's so mad how that happened, and like there was another couple that got together from the ACS event. I big up Elevation Networks because
they really
were
hooked
like
up
Tinder out there.
Literally,
you know what I mean?
moving like Tinder.
So you got with Ben, who was ACS president. You were ACS president.
But that was a few years later.
That was a few years later.
Yeah.
And I got with someone as well at the time. It didn't really work out. I'll tell you. I don't know if you remember them, but I'll tell you after.
Yeah. Tell me after.
And then after that, I was like, you know what? I need time to really figure out who I am and what I want in a woman, because it was very much flesh. When I was younger, it's very, even though like I'm still young, I was very thinking like.
But in terms of maturity,
I knew that I wasn't ready to commit, but then I was like stringing somebody along, and then like I wasn't taking into account her emotions and her feelings. So I'm in a space where like right now, if I'm gonna get with someone, I just need to know. But then again, sometimes you can never know until you know. Wow. I don't know if that makes sense, but to me it makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm there.
Right.
I think I need to take that final step.
Yeah.
And I feel like the fear is definitely crippling me at the moment. But I'm going to own it because, listen, I can't let fear run my life. No. I can't let it cripple me, because if I let it cripple me, I'll get to 50 and I'm still having the same issues. Do you know what I mean? You have to, at some point, just put your foot down and be like, look, I'm going to jump in. If it's meant for me, it will come. And what's for me won't pass me by. Yeah. So, yeah, man, I think I'm seeing someone.
Okay.
But it was not about me.
I literally just wanted to know, because I wanted to know if they were Congolese, because I was like, maybe we need to find your Congolese wife.
Hey, listen, I've been with a Congolese girl in the past. Though.
Have you?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, how was your experience?
It was good.
Be honest.
It was good, but it was like, once again, I didn't feel as if.
Oh, so it was on your part? It
was on my part.
Okay.
I think both of us weren't ready. Right. And I think we both tried to make it a thing. Right. Or we had an idea of what we wanted it to be, but it wasn't quite that. So it was just messed up, man. But she's cool. I'm cool with her now.
That's good.
And you know her.
Good. Oh, I do?
Yeah, you know her.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll tell you. You need to. I want to beat this bit out.
Yeah.
Shut
up.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
But you knew that though. Yeah.
But I didn't know the way you describe it.
Anyway, Yeah, it was a thing. Like it was a thing.
You guys were actually together?
We weren't together, but we were kind of together. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That name is gonna get cut out of the edit.
No. You need to do like. Do you remember? That would actually be really good.
Yeah. Like, it was her. So like, we're really good friends now. But it was just like, I feel like I messed her around a bit because I was uncertain of what I wanted, and I know, man. But the thing with me is that I'm okay with accountability.
Yeah, I'm glad. You grow, you learn. That's
I'm happy
it, you know?
because like the person I was before, I would have shifted the blame elsewhere and I've been like, no, this was the problem, and I would have given every excuse but myself. And I'm like, now I'm like, you know what? Listen,
I'm
childish.
Childish.
You didn't open up, love.
Oh,
you didn't open up, love.
Who said that? Whatever. Anyway,
why are you asking her that? Of course she doesn't.
Oh my gosh.
But,
you know what? Love Island is on it. Love Island. I think you should take ORÉ.
Listen, the thing is, I will go.
Would you?
But they don't have my type.
Oh.
Well, Yowande's my type.
Yeah. Ooh.
Listen,
I swear you said that you're seeing someone. Hey. Alright, you're digging yourself a hole. It's alright.
It's alright. Before we start speaking about
it was about the wedding prank.
So your wedding prank.
That's it. Sorry, going on some mad detours. But even in terms of what you were saying before though, one thing that I will say is that because you asked me a question earlier, but again we detoured. You asked me how did I know that like I wanted to be with Ben and that myself and Ben were gonna work. I had peace about it. So I wrote the list, and then when it actually came to advancing and moving forward, which if you want to actually know how we met thing, you have to watch it on my YouTube channel. I explain everything. But
I love that subtle plug. That's
100%, 100%. Nissy Tee, yes. I had peace. So if it gives you peace, then okay, then be like, do you know what? Actually, I'm gonna move on this because there's no point. What are you waiting for? You're just gonna be wasting time, allowing fear to come in, and then that's when doubt starts seeping in, and you could have had an amazing thing, but because you allowed fear and doubt to come in,
You'll never know.
you will never know.
I feel like I needed to hear this,
You know?
Yeah.
So I just say, if it gives you peace, and you're like, do you know what? This person, and for me, number one thing was always God fearing, putting God first, because I knew that if I can find a man that is after God's heart, the love that he will show to me will be a reflection of God's love for me. That was my thing. So the moment that I saw that and I saw evidence of that in him, I was like, yeah, cool. Okay, we can do this. So I would say, yeah, look for peace. Because my previous relationship, I didn't really have peace. I was very like, oh, he, her. Or even little things like, oh, should I call him? Or maybe I'm going to seem a bit like, oh, I'm doing too much.
I'm not going to message him to see if he messages first and things
all
like that.
All that dumb stuff. You think I do that now? I ain't got time for that.
Grown, innit?
I ain't got time for that.
So
I message you.
I mean, I don't want to say backlash.
It wasn't really backlash. Well, it was.
I mean,
kind
you were trending on Twitter, Nissy.
I was trending
You
for
were
2
trending
days.
for 2 days.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah,
If
people were really mad at me.
I would have spun that to the heavens.
Listen, and this is I'm so upset that my ebook wasn't out at the time. The way I wish I like, obviously, because the ebook was something that I was still working on, but I wasn't 100% sure. I just wish, because then it would have been amazing to like put it out there when that happened. So, but next time. But long story short, I go on. She asked me if that's what I was talking about, the story of how it even happened.
Yeah.
She asks me, do you want to have a random male model? I say no. And the thing is, Ben, my boyfriend, he actually models. He's modeled for ASOS, ASOS, Boohoo. So he does all of this stuff, right? Securing the bag in all types of ways. He actually models. So I was like, invite him because he's the actual real model. Let's do it together. I thought maybe he might say no, but he said yes, which he normally would be like, no. He said yes. So then we went with it. And then when we saw the set and the way that everything was set up, like to the point where I had a makeup artist, I had hair, everything was proper. I was like, I looked at him, I said, babe, do you see what I'm seeing here? And he was like, yo.
Were you getting ideas at that moment in time? Were you ever thinking?
Even in the lead up, we were getting ideas. Oh, in terms of like our actual.
Like, taking the prank aside, were you getting ideas of how you would visualize your own?
Yeah, oh my gosh, definitely. I mean, like, for me anyway, like, I see marriage as such a beautiful thing, not just because of the wedding day, but I see marriage as such a beautiful union between two people. Like, God knew what he was doing when he put two people together. Like, even if you hear a lot of the stories of people who you see are very successful, the moment that they get married is like they shift to a different paradigm. And that's what I'm excited for. I ain't even necessarily excited to do the whole wedding, whatever. I just know that when me and Ben get married, there's a different paradigm shift that's gonna come, and the level of force that we're gonna have is gonna be different. So 100%, I was looking at it, I was like, oh my days, like this is gonna be us one day, like properly us, not the prank, but properly us. But everything that we did on there was the opposite to what we would actually do on the day, just so that when the day actually comes, it's special. So for example, the way that my hair was set up, my makeup, my dress, everything is opposite to what I would actually want. So trust me, you haven't seen my wedding yet. So yeah, but that's what happened. Obviously we put it up now. We're thinking that it's just going to be a prank. Like, we didn't think people were going to care that much.
Listen,
Genuinely.
the caption was deep, man. The caption was good. I can't remember what you said, but
I said something along the lines of, not all amazing things have to be said. And so I just posted it and people were like, but we didn't know that we were going to shake the internet like that. My sisters were literally like, Nissy, you broke the internet.
I'm screaming. You were like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, you're actually trending. Not even just like London or Black Twitter, like United Kingdom Twitter. Yeah, man. Shout out you, man. Shout out you.
But then that's crazy because you see how many people are actually watching you and are invested in you. I genuinely did not think that many people cared about Nissy Tee. Not in the sense of, oh, I'm not important, but just in the sense of like you don't know
people
who I am.
People are just peering in it. People are just kind of like, they're paying attention.
Yeah.
But they're not paying attention at the same time.
1,000%.
Like, not saying that people are praying for your downfall, but like, people are like, I don't know why. People don't like seeing other people be successful. Yes. And it really frustrates me because like, I see other successful people as motivation. Yeah. Like, even the fact that I know you, like, you genuinely motivate me. And it's like, sometimes I see you did something the other day in your car. You were like, you're not rich yet. Get out of bed. And I was so triggered, but I felt motivated because I got out of bed. And I was like,
oh, it works. Okay, good.
I need to send some emails. Yeah. But it's like, sometimes the people that are around you can motivate you. It doesn't have to be some philosopher or Will Smith or some deep. It doesn't. I love Oprah. It doesn't have to be Oprah. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it can be the people that are very close to you.
That's right.
That can be the ones to inspire you.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, you definitely inspire me.
Oh,
and
thanks. You inspire me too.
Oh, thank you. You're too
Even with
kind,
just this
man.
platform, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like me, I'm running, seeing this. There's some ideas that are running through my brain, going. Like you are such an inspiration, and I'm so glad that you've been. I don't know if you've done it in the past, but being open even with your story today, and just hearing from you, it's like wow. Like we're all on this journey, and it's okay. We're gonna have moments, but we're here to support each other.
100%.
You know, we're here to support each
owning
other.
your truth as well.
Yeah.
Because like, not that I care about other people's opinions, but you only show the world what you want them to see.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, if they see the highlight reel and they see all the glitz and the glamour, but they don't know the real you, sometimes they might not feel as if you're being truthful.
It's
and
true.
like, sometimes when you do speak about the things that worry you or the things that make you anxious, I feel like people are more invested in you as well, and they want to see you do better as a result of that. So I don't know, with my platform or wherever I speak, I want to just be honest and have that honesty. And I'm not saying that black men don't do that, but I feel like not as my responsibility, but I want to be that person that shows, yo, as a black man, I can be honest and I can cry and I can talk about therapy and I can talk about being upset, because these are natural human emotions. And like, you suppressing that, not going to make you worse, but like, you're doing yourself a disfavor. Like, being open and speaking about that stuff will actually just an element of relief. So when I speak about it, I feel cool now. I feel calm, and I feel like, okay, cool, God's going to elevate me to wherever he's meant me to go. Do you know what I mean? But like, the more I try and hold it in, the more it cripples me. But like, you just let it out, you let it go, and boom, you move on with life. Do you know what I mean? To wrap things up, you obviously mentioned your ebook. You do, you know, Wake Up Wednesdays. You do motivational speaking. What else are you working on at the moment, and how can people kind of tap into the work that you do?
Amazing. So yeah, obviously I released the ebook, which was super exciting.
What's it called?
It's called the Power Book Handbook, the mini handbook helping you reclaim your power. Make sure you download it now. But essentially it's a very short read. I really wanted it to be small, hence why I call it the mini handbook. I wanted it to be really, really short, because I know that nowadays people's attention span is like 0 to none. Is insane. So I wanted something that people can take away, read through. You can literally sit there in like an hour and read through it, but feel impact. I was actually inspired by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Yeah, I was inspired by her. She has this little tiny book called We Should All Be Feminists. An amazing book. I remember reading it. It was literally like within an hour. I read the whole.
Because I know Beyonce did the whole snippet for that song. Was it Flawless?
Yeah.
Was that one of the speeches or something? Because I'm aware of who she is.
It's all linked together. With her message and one of the speeches that she did. Exactly, right. But she wrote this tiny book. It was literally like this size, small, tiny thing. But the level of impact that it had on me, I just remember closing it and being like, wow, I got all of that from something that was smaller than my hand. I was like, that's crazy. So then when it came to writing this, I wanted to give people, first of all, a taste of like my writing and what I'm about. Because I am working on the book, so the actual physical copy book, which will go a bit more in depth about my life, my journey, because I feel like a lot of people feel like they know me, but they don't really know me. So a lot more about why I'm so passionate, why I have so much fire in my belly, because of the things I've seen and the things I've grown up in and the situations I've found myself in. So it will be a lot more into that. But yeah, the ebook, is out. It's basically a lot of the stuff that I talk about on my channel, Wake Up Wednesdays, when I speak, in front of audiences, condensed in a short version. And it's just to help people for people to be able to see the power that they already have in the inside of them. I think I mentioned it before, and I said, listen, at the end of the day, we all possess power. We all possess power. My job is just to facilitate you so that it can be drawn out of you. So that when you leave me, you've had a conversation. There's something, that bit that you, like you said, you moved away, that thing inside of you that feels motivated, that's your power. That is what you already had inside. It just took for us to have a conversation for it to be ignited. 100%. So that's what I hope with the handbook. So you can download that. You can get it on my website, which is www.nissyti.com/shop. So make sure you download that. You can download it onto any device. You can just, no matter where you are in the world, you access it, download it. And just in terms of just general as well, I'm working on a really exciting project. I can't say anything.
This feels like one of those typical interviews. Like, I'm working on something.
I'm working on something,
guys.
Say
it right now, but I'm gonna mention it anyway.
No, I know, because I hate when people do that. When you're like, what is it? But I genuinely can't say anything just yet. Cool. But I will say this. I would just say for people to make sure they get their headphones ready, their speakers ready,
Okay.
and just be ready for something different.
Yeah.
Something different from Nissy Tee. Like I said, I'm not boxed in any category. If I see something or God gives me a vision, a strategy, and it makes no sense, I'm still gonna go with it because somehow it's gonna connect with my brand.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. But some really exciting stuff coming before the end of this year.
Amazing.
That I think is probably the most exciting thing. But yeah, I can't actually say.
Amazing.
Wait,
And to finally end,
yes.
this is a question I always ask everybody that comes on. But what 3 things, because you mentioned when you were younger, when I spoke about age 5, and now how old are you?
23.
23.
Yeah,
So what 3
24 this year.
things as 23-year-old Nissy would you say to 5-year-old Nissy?
Oh my gosh. Okay, first thing I'll say, you're so beautiful, because I really did not think that. Like when I was young, oh my God, I literally felt like I was ugly. I was just fat. Nobody cared about me. No, in the sense of like no boys would like pay attention to me. I just really felt like I don't know. I wouldn't say maybe 5-year-old. I'll say maybe around the ages of like 8 to 10. That was when I really, exactly, the developing years. Because that's when I started to feel real insecure. 5, you're like just running around. You don't really care about anything, right?
Like
exactly. You're like, whatever. But it was when 8 going into 10, then going into secondary school that you start to look around and you're actually starting to realize things happening around you. So I would say, listen, you're so beautiful. Don't let anyone tell you any different. And I know right now you don't feel it, but I'm telling you, the things that you have inside of you, that's what makes you beautiful outside of just the physical aspect. The second thing that I would also say as well is it's going to be okay. Everything is going to come together. Everything is going to come together. It's going to seem hard. It's going to seem tough. It's going to feel like you have to fight. You're literally trying to push against, the ocean, the current, but just keep going. Don't worry. Everything is going to come together. And the third thing that I would say as well is, when it kind of connects to the second one, but, it's not going to be like this forever. I think, again, looking at my like environment that I grew up in, I was quite worried in the sense that I thought, oh my gosh, maybe this is it. Maybe I was born, because I was basically born into poverty, like, coming from a place where my family didn't have much, even below working class family. And there was a period in my life where I thought, oh my gosh, like, what if this is it? What if I live and die in this situation? But no, I got older and I realized like, oh, 100%. Change is the only inevitable thing. Change is inevitable. It's the only thing that's guaranteed. Things are going to change. So I think looking back at that time, I'll just be like, do not worry. Don't worry. Things are going to get better. Things are going to change. You're going to be fine. And you are beautiful. And you are so talented. Just own that talent. Own who you are. And yeah, you'll see the difference in yourself as you go along in your journey.
Do you know what? I don't know how long this has gone on for.
I don't know.
This like last hour and a half or whatever has just genuinely been amazing. I want to thank you so much for coming today, because like I didn't even write any questions. I knew I wanted to ask you, but I was saying to Arlen, I was like, I want to write questions, but I'm not going to, because you never know where the conversation's going to go. You never know what's going to be said. And I feel like we've touched on so many different things, and I feel like, well, I'm hoping somebody's going to watch this and listen to this and feel motivated and feel like, okay, cool, if Nissy can do it, then I can do it.
Oh, definitely.
And I feel like that is what I wanted with this podcast, and I want people to tap into this content, and you've opened up and you've shared. So thank you so much for coming today.
No, thank you.
And I thoroughly appreciate you. Just keep doing amazing things, man.
Thank you.
Keep doing amazing things.
And you too, by the way, in terms of you didn't even write no questions, and that's how you know you're amazing at what you do.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying, man. To be fair, like I study a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like I study everything from like Reggie Yates to Oprah to Kevin Hart. Like I study everything.
Yeah.
So like
that's me.
Sometimes not a control freak, but sometimes I pay too much attention.
Yeah.
So now I'm just trying to like just let go and just let the conversation flow and see where things take me, and then we move, man. But thank you once again.
Thank you so much for having me. You've been amazing.
Oh,
Honestly, I've had such a great time.
Likewise, man. We could go on for hours. And
honestly,
hours
you could have asked me more
Listen,
questions.
hey, part 2 soon come.
Yeah,
maybe in a year's time when you have that big project that's out.
Oh my gosh,
let's do a part 2. Maybe we'll match again with the salmon or a different color.
And this wasn't planned.
It wasn't planned. It was just some things just work like that.
And the crazy thing is, this is the first time I've really worn this blazer, because I just didn't know what to piece it with before. It just sat there for time. And the first time I wore
Where's it from?
From Boohoo.
Listen, Boohoo's
Boohoo.com.
They're very, very lit. Some of the stuff that they got is very, very comfortable. Very, very lit.
Yes.
But we move, and finally it didn't cut off.
Yeah, it didn't cut off.
We move.
Hallelujah.
Amazing.